Okay.
Did you kill her?
So basically, what you're saying is the Pearl Harbor bit where the guy stands up and goes, "It's a dud," and then explodes.
Yeah.
Okay. Epic.
Can we confirm, were those mines part of the artillery or were they there already?
They've been there since the start. CSAT had, because they can't cover all bases with their aspect trying to hold off NATO on the other flank, they basically mined one way into the airfield.
Bastards.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, we were very lucky. Except for Sequoia.
Yeah,
I'm on my team.
The mine detector.
I'm resting. I'm buddies.
But next week, keep an eye out to find out what those devices were, because there were 3 of them, and it definitely wasn't fuel.
Technically, like,
Methylamine.
Were they earthquake machines?
nukes.
They were probably.
Turn water into cocaine.
Hey, it may very well be the CSAT teleportation.
Magic armor.
Oh, the Chinese.
They were
are
alien plasma rifles.
Not the teleportation again. Last time they did that, they spawned right next to us in a defending
Helium-3.
Well,
scenario.
you angered the Chinese, man. What did you expect?
Next up, Max.
They all pointed guns at him.
It was the Russian separatists.
Always the Russian separatists.
It was
Always.
the Ukraine.
Was the cargo bits of Malaysian Airways?
Wow.
I hope it doesn't take them 20 years to deal with it.
Too soon, man. Too soon.
10.
No context.
I heard they were getting delivered to Malaysian Airways, the parachutes or something.
Alright, any more feedback from you guys?
Did we blow up that vehicle? What we found?
Was Templar supposed to have just mainly vehicles? It felt a little bit slower. Still had fun and all. Just
It was the way the spawning works with the modules is it automatically makes AI patrol and fill buildings and stuff. But the modules always come with a vehicle. That's just an issue, unfortunately. That's why there was always that vehicle. But it adds that with the AAF that we were dealing with, it was a HMG. I didn't actually realise the CSAT were given GMGs.
Kind of made it awesome though. I kind of like that.
It gave us something to do as well. And more.
Yeah, like hide and cry.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, because the enemy assets are quite low at the moment, with it being the last push and this is all they've got left, enemy armour was pretty much left at the airfield to be dealt with on their last defence. Didn't really want to. I want to utilise them on their defence. I didn't want to utilise them too early. But it is confirmed they have 7 tanks and 5 planes left.
Right.
User disconnected from your channel.
Lovely.
They
That's
haven't.
good intel.
They do have an unknown amount of enemy infantry units, with it being their last stronghold on this part of the island. Anyway, they might still have guys scattered around to the west, but they're negligible compared to this because this is the main foothold on the island. So infantry's still going to be an issue, but as far as assets are concerned, they're completely locked down, both for us and them. Good job on not losing anything tonight. I know we lost a couple of F-18s due to bugs. That's been accounted for. They were changed to wipeouts tonight. If the F-18s are fixed, they will be back to F-18s, since we didn't actually lose anything in the air.
I'm sure I've seen wipeouts taken out.
Did we lose a
Yeah.
wipeout?
That's what it was.
It was amazing.
That was quality.
No, we didn't lose wipeout. We lost the Hornets to auto eject bugs, but we didn't lose a wipeout.
That's been accounted for. They were changed. But yeah, due to bugs, it's taken account because we can't really stop armor bugs. This comes with the territory. I mean, just look at the last couple of weeks. We've had to use MXs.
Oh, little small suggestion.
You know, you'd stop that.
Just
Stop
one of those
porting things from Armour 2 into Armour 3.
But yeah, due to it's taken account.
Alright, Pubs, just because your VAS didn't load.
Eight VAS is a lot of dog's balls.
There is a slight workaround that I've found for VAS, but I'm not sure if I want to implement it because I don't know what to do to the server. Les, I'm going to need to talk to you about that later.
But virtual arsenal.
Basically, yeah, make your arsenal in the virtual arsenal, and we set it up so that when you log into the server, you just import your virtual arsenal through a VAS box.
What about
It works
LEA?
both as
but I don't know.
and But you can. There's a thing you can do to actually put the virtual arsenal in multiplayer.
That would be great.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
I posted that on forums, and no
we
one's
don't
saying
know.
it.
What do we need it
Yeah,
for?
we did. Just a replacement for VAS to cut the loading, but
VAS's big problem is its client side
the only
doesn't work.
we don't know if it's gonna. The issue with VAS is we've got that many different guns and uniforms that it comes up with an error check to say it's not finished loading, so that you don't get a massive scroll of weapons while you're trying to go through them.
Yeah.
It's mainly because we're using the Klafgan aggressors.
Has anyone used LEA? It's like a...
But at the moment,
tried it
until me
once,
and
but
Lesh
it didn't
can
get it working.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah,
I think
I mean, it
it's
probably does,
I'll
but-
look into it.
until we can do a test of the virtual arsenal, we're not gonna change VAS. VAS is sticking.
At this point,
For the
what's
moment,
the
anyway.
point of the virtual arsenal?
It's like a...
Like,
It's
you
bad,
cannot
like
use
VAS.
it.
At this point, for
Oh, right, okay. I think
I mean, it probably
You
it's
cannot use
for
it in the
mod.
multiplayer.
It's more for people like me making missions, so that I can give AI certain loadouts, and I can give units certain loadouts at the start of a mission without having to do init configs constantly. I just make up a unit, save it, and then import it into the mission so that that unit has that loadout. It's an easier way for mission makers to do stuff like that. It's not really a full-on.
Could HQ clean the map from time to time? Because if you're moving at 500 kilometers per hour, the GPS tends to be a black blob.
Yeah,
noticed stuff was deleted
we were
tonight.
trying to. Yeah, we were trying to clean. We weren't really concentrating on the markers. We were trying to clean a lot of the wrecks. The issue is trying to keep on top of them. Wrecks should.
Well,
the
I
spawn
feel
wrecks do it. It's the
stuff like-
Zeus wrecks that don't.
Stuff like EI, well, just removed it, but it was EI enemy unaware ×3 or whatever. When they're killed, that marker needs to be moved. Moved even.
Is there any restrictions on who can put markers on the map? Or is it just free for
Not
all?
particularly. If you spot something, mark it up, because then when you pass it up, they're not asking you to point out where it is and then verify where it is.
Yeah.
But like Autumn said, it needs to be cleaned when they're dead.
Right.
And you can only put it in side channel because no one else will see it anywhere else.
Unless it is specifically for your. Well, what we could say is, if you're part of a team, if you're just a team member, do it in your group channel so you're not spamming the map with markers, and then the team leaders mark it up inside.
Would that not just give them a double
Yeah, but that
mark and
doesn't reduce the amount of markers though.
No, but then the team leaders have to delete the markers when they've been pacified. We just clean as we go.
I think you need, probably just need to take, once, if you know you put a marker down and that target's been eliminated, just remember to delete it. And then
Yeah, a little bit more responsibility over your markers. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Because I know it's clean now, but this hill was fucking horrendous.
No,
And I didn't know what was dead or what was alive because you guys were on the front.
The intel's out of date. Well, that's the worst thing about it. That's why I like the idea of that Blue Force tracker thing, because it gave a timestamp with it. If you put EI unaware on the hill and then they've been set off and gone down and then you've killed them, and it still says that, everybody who checks the map's going to think there's a load of enemy infantry up on that hill that are still unaware.
Can we get Blue Force Tracker in then?
Well, maybe Fan or Lesh can develop a script maybe that does the same thing. Maybe? Maybe?
Maybe.
Do work
Because
for
I mean,
us.
the actual Blue Force tracker didn't work with most of the stuff we already have set up, like these markers and shit. So
we paid
just
with our
implementing those or not. It's not going
The
to be helpful.
timestamps and the direction, the heading of the unit, that was the best thing about it.
Anyway,
And what type of unit it was as well.
Yeah, but you can technically do that now anyway.
have to learn our NATO
Cycle through
symbols.
every single one of them.
Okay. Anything else from you guys?
Just cheers again, Claw.
Is there any sort
of Yeah, scoring good system mission.
still?
Any sort of
Scoring?
what?
No, it's not about scores.
I was told that Rushrank had a thing that we could do to count up at the end.
That was just one of our afternoon tests. I don't know how well it worked.
Anything else from you guys?
It's not about scores, it's about working as a team to overcome objectives, so that's why we removed the scoreboard. Because people became far too focused on getting the most kills.
Plus, you can use it to check if you've put an enemy down.
That's not very immersive, is it?
No.
I was just talking about at the end of an op.
Yeah, again, it's not something that really matters. It's
At
not
the
something
start
we
of-
want to focus on
like-
as a community.
As
He's saying more for his own person.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but that's like against the ethos of the op and everything, working together. As soon as we start posting scoreboards at the end, even for a personal reason, it's putting people at a point when they're going to start tallying things up and trying to get more kills during the op.
It becomes a focus again.
Yeah.
risks really and I'd like to state that Wolf and Storm get bitched and moaned at by the infantry. No offense, guys, but we do. Because we're more than likely to kill more infantry than you guys when we take out a vehicle. Because we'll take the vehicle out and kill all the infantry in it.
It's not an emphasis to this community and it will never come back. Simple as that.
We need microtransactions. No, we don't. But just remember, you can buy the
Reach DLC.
You can buy the Reach DLC for 99.99.
Or you could just donate.
I pre-ordered.
Or donate to Lesh. If you donate more than $5 million, we retire and go to Baja.
You can also purchase merchandise from store.reachelitefrancis.com.
Yes, and I recommend a mug.
The mug is good.
Oh, the mug's amazing.
I'm going to get a mug as well.
Is it handmade by pubs?
It is. With my love and care.
$59. Hold on.
I heard it was stuck together with Pritt stick and all sorts. The bad quality of pubs.
No, it's semen, mate. It's not Pritt stick. It's semen. Get your fat.
Oh shit!
Oh, I like 10 of them.
Too much. Wait, pubs, you can still make that?
I'm surprised your arthritis doesn't stop
GG
you.
gadget. GG.
Alright, cool.
Gets his
GG
care
guys, well done. Let's end it. Get the officers and team. Yes, medics, if you can hang around in the barracks channel for me, please. Just for 5-10 minutes of your time. Alright, cool.
Just
I want your opinion on what helmet you prefer. Or Autumn would like to know
Where my
as
head
well.
fits in.
Yeah, obviously. Fitting that head in is going to be hard.
Ooh,
Shots fired.
Fighting talk.
Alright, cool.
Boxing
yes.
ring, let's go.
Is there any chance of tweaking the fatigue system? Because today was just ridiculous. I didn't
now
have a
I like that.
No, I like it.
Carry less.
You were running. I watched you run everywhere. You were literally sprinting to keep up with people all the
I
time.
think if you want to tweak the tweak
I couldn't
the
keep up
stamina
otherwise,
system,
and I would carry
you need to speak to
1/3
base.
of the load. I wasn't even half full.
You had to have been sprinting because I had full medic gear and a heavy vest and I was outdoing you. So you gotta sprint less and just be aware of that.
Well,
yeah, but if I can't keep up with the other guys,